In the middle of a fast and noisy city, a man begins to understand that the deepest kind of love can appear in the quietest moments. What starts as an ordinary encounter slowly becomes something impossible to ignore. Through rain, late-night thoughts, and honest reflection, he finds himself standing at the edge of a life-changing confession. This speech invites you into a tender modern romance about timing, courage, and the powerful weight of words left unspoken. 1. When love begins in an ordinary place. I used to believe that big love had to arrive in a big way. I thought it needed fireworks, perfect timing, a perfect place, and a version of myself that had everything figured out. But life, as it often does, had a quieter plan for me. I was just another man moving through another long day in the city. Cars passed, people hurried by, phones kept ringing, and everyone seemed to be chasing something. I was doing the same. I had work on my mind, unfinished thoughts in my chest, and that familiar feeling that something important was missing, even if I could not give it a name. Then one evening, while the rain fell softly over the street, and the whole city looked like it had been painted in reflections, I saw her. There was nothing loud about that moment. No music, no sudden miracle. Just a bus stop, a curtain of rain on the glass, and a woman standing a few feet away with calm in her eyes. But somehow, in that simple place, the noise inside me grew still. I did not know her story. I did not know what she had been through, what she hoped for, what she feared, or what kind of day she had just survived. But I knew almost at once that there are some people who enter your life before they even speak. Their presence reaches you first. She gave me a small smile, the kind that asks for nothing and yet changes everything. And for the first time in a long while, I felt seen, not for what I did, not for what I earned, not for how well I carried myself, but simply as a man standing there, human and real. That night, I kept thinking about one thing. Maybe true love does not always begin with certainty. Maybe it begins with attention. Maybe it starts the moment someone makes the world feel less crowded. 2. The beauty of being truly seen. Days later, I saw her again in a small bookstore, the kind of place that still feels warm even before you step fully inside. The rain had returned, tapping lightly against the windows, and the shelves were filled with stories people had once needed to tell. She stood near a row of novels, her hand resting on the spine of a book, as if she already knew that stories are not only read, they are lived. When she looked up and recognized me, something easy passed between us. No pressure, no performance, just familiarity growing where chance had planted a seed. We spoke. At first, it was simple. A joke about the weather, a comment about the book in her hand, a few careful words that soon became honest ones. And what struck me most was not just that she listened, but how she listened. She was not waiting for her turn to speak. She was not measuring me. She was not looking for perfection. She was paying attention, real attention, the kind that makes a person lower the guard they did not even realize they were carrying. As we talked, I felt something rare and beautiful happen. I stopped trying to be impressive. I stopped trying to sound smarter, stronger, or more certain than I really was. Around her, I could simply be truthful. That is when I understood something important about romance, relationships, and the kind of connection people search for every day. Love grows best where honesty feels safe. We walked together after leaving the bookstore. The park was still wet from the rain, and the street lamps had just started to glow. The city looked softer than usual. We talked about childhood memories, about dreams we had delayed, about the strange way life can make you feel alone even in a room full of people. And every step beside her made one truth clearer. Attraction may catch your eye, but emotional connection captures your heart. She was becoming more than a beautiful moment. She was becoming a place inside me where I felt calm. 3. The fear that walks beside love. But if love has beauty, it also has risk. And if I am honest, that was the part that scared me. Because when someone begins to matter to you, everything changes. Your days shift. Your thoughts drift toward them without permission. Small moments gain weight. A message can brighten an evening. A delay can create worry. A simple memory can follow you home and stay with you long after the lights go out. I had spent years learning how to protect myself. I knew how to stay composed. I knew how to appear fine. I knew how to carry silence like it was strength. But she was quietly undoing all of that. I began asking myself the questions many people ask when love starts becoming real. What if I care more than she does? What if I speak too soon? What if what feels powerful to me is only passing to her? What if I lose something that has barely begun? These are not rare fears. They live inside many hearts. They live in men who were taught to stay guarded. They live in women who are tired of disappointment. They live in anyone who has ever wanted something real and worried that wanting it too much might break it. One night, alone with my thoughts, I realized I was standing between two choices. I could protect my pride, or I could tell the truth. I could remain safe, or I could be sincere. And the more I thought about her, the more I understood that silence is not always peace. Sometimes silence is just fear wearing a calm face. I did not want to become another man who felt deeply and said nothing. I did not want to let timing, doubt, or hesitation write the ending for me. If she was becoming part of my heart, then I had to stop pretending that distance would make that less true. Love, I learned, is not only about chemistry, attraction, or perfect moments. It is also about courage. It is about deciding that what is real matters more than what is safe. 4. The decision to speak from the heart. So I made a decision. Not a dramatic one, not the kind people make in movies with grand music behind them, but a real one. I decided I would speak honestly. I bought flowers, not because flowers can say everything, but because sometimes a simple gesture can carry respect. I wrote a note, not because written words are better than spoken ones, but because I wanted my feelings to be clear, gentle, and true. I did not want to hide behind cleverness. I wanted to stand in front of her as I really was. When I saw her that evening, my heart was beating hard enough to make every second feel louder. The city was moving around us like always, but inside that moment, everything narrowed into one truth. This was the time to stop holding back. I told her that meeting her had changed the way I moved through my days. I told her that before her, so much of life had felt rushed, practical, and incomplete. I told her that her presence had reminded me that warmth still existed, that tenderness still existed, that real connection was not just something people talk about when they are young and hopeful. I told her that I admired not only her beauty, but her kindness, her calm, the intelligence in her questions, the comfort in her honesty. I told her that she had become important to me not because she tried to, but because she was simply herself. And then I said the hardest thing, which was also the simplest, that I had fallen for her. Not in the shallow way people sometimes use those words. Not in the way of temporary fascination. I meant that I had come to care about her deeply. I meant that my heart had chosen her quietly, steadily, and without asking my permission first. There is something unforgettable about speaking the truth when your whole future seems to pause to hear it. In that moment, I felt fear, yes, but I also felt freedom, because no matter what happens after honesty, a truthful heart can finally breathe. 5. What real love asks of us. If there is one thing I want this story to leave with anyone listening, it is this. Real love asks us to be brave enough to be known, not admired from a distance, not guessed correctly, not loved for a polished version of ourselves. Known, truly known. In a world full of fast messages, mixed signals, emotional distance, and people pretending not to care, there is something deeply powerful about choosing sincerity. There is something rare about saying, "This is what I feel. This is who I am. This is what you mean to me." That is the kind of love I believe people are still searching for. A love that feels peaceful, honest, loyal, and alive. A love where two people do not have to perform constantly to keep each other interested. A love where silence is comfortable, conversation is real, and affection is not a game. Tonight, I stand here as a man who learned that romance is not built only in perfect settings. It is built in attention, consistency, tenderness, respect, and truth. It is built when someone becomes part of your inner world, and you choose not to hide that from them. Some people spend years waiting for the perfect moment to speak. But maybe love does not need a perfect moment. Maybe it only needs a sincere one. And if you are listening to me now with someone on your heart, someone who has brought light into your routine, peace into your chaos, and hope into places that had grown quiet, then do not underestimate what honest words can do. Because sometimes the most powerful thing a man can say is not something complicated. Sometimes it is simply this: you matter to me. You changed something in me, and I could not let this story remain untold. Thank you for staying with me through every chapter of this journey. If this speech touched your heart, subscribe to the channel, activate notifications, give this video a like, comment below with your thoughts, and share this video with someone who still believes in real love. If this speech moved you, please subscribe to the channel, activate notifications, give this video a like, leave a comment, and share this video with others so more people can discover this story.